What is going on? Offers, Flickin Off, episode 14. We're fucking doing it. Coming to you week to week, 12 a.m. Monday, and we're back at it again. And we linked the Sisters Brothers to a movie called Mandy.
Mandy, that's right.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, Andrea Riseborough. I think I'm saying that correctly.
Andrea, I think.
Andrea Riseborough, Linus Roach, Ned Dennehy, and just Bill Duke. I mean, there's a bunch of great actors and actresses in this movie, but it's really Nicolas Cage doing Nicolas Cage things on God mode.
Well, and since you mentioned the link, we got to go with Richard Brake. Okay, that's how I connected it to the Sisters Brothers. He plays Rex in the Sisters Brothers. He's really, you hear him more than you see him. He's near the end. He's
the
one of the
hunter.
Yes, and you do see him, but I knew who he was when I heard his voice. I was like, oh, that's shit. Richard Brake, and so yes. Anyway, I love that guy, and he plays the chemist in this movie, Mandy. So
crazy link. I like the link because it's like, $100 people again, and you're not gonna do it. So
yeah,
I mean, look at that. That guy, like you said, you heard his voice more than you saw him on screen. He was probably in the movie. I'm thinking in my mind right now. Hold on. I think it was like 3 minutes tops, like not
tops 3 minutes.
So keep up, motherfuckers. I mean,
yeah.
I guess let's just give it a little synopsis. This really, and why I love this movie so much. I'm glad you picked it. For the audience, I just want to say, like, this is something, and this is why this show is so great. I think is like, this is something I never would have picked. I never would have just like seen it and been like, ooh, let me watch that. I never would have. I have no issue watching horror movies, but I never really, that's not something I choose. When Jacob linked it and I saw it was Nicolas Cage, I was perplexed. I was like, okay, let me check it out. And I did, and I liked it. I thought it was something special because it's not plot driven. It's just a revenge story about a guy who loses his girlfriend to some crazy fucking Hills Have Eyes type biker motherfuckers that's like connected to a hippie cult. That's like,
and the bikers actually, I would say, reminded me a little more of like the Hellraiser, like Cenobite kind of creatures more than the Hills Have Eyes. But I knew where you were going with that. Yeah, that's
like it's just creepy.
I mean,
like.
So I got to give a little backstory here. This was your first time seeing it. I want to say this is my 6th or 7th time seeing this movie. Like, I was one of the few people that saw this in the theater, right?
Okay.
Because I liked his first movie. I guess eventually it made its way all the way to Netflix, and like the movie came out in 2011, but I think it was on Netflix in like 2015, and I saw it. It's called Beyond the Black Rainbow. And Panos Cosmatos, who's the writer and director, he basically has said he thinks of this as like a Rorschach test for people's fears. Like, people sort of put onto this movie what they want to put onto it. And like, for me, it was the perfect movie, like, to scare me. Like, Beyond the Black Rainbow, not many things actually scare me, like creep me out. And this movie just has a tone to it that just creeps me out. So when I saw he was doing a second one, and then I saw like, oh, they're doing like one of those one night only things where they have Mandy and they have like the director talk either before or after, but like a pre-recorded thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was really cool. It
I'll
was
bet.
really awesome to see in the theater because everybody who came knew basically what they were getting themselves into. You know, the trailer had come out. People knew sort of what it was. It was just so this movie has some of the same themes as far as like the idea of creepy, potentially cults that are based around psychedelics and stuff.
Oh
The
god.
first movie sort of
That
has
was
a
a
little
cool
bit of
part of the
something.
movie
Yeah.
for sure.
And that kind of horror creeps me out the most. I don't know why, but for whatever reason,
Like the
maybe it's
trippy
because
aspect of it, or like
it's
just
not
like,
the trippy aspect of it, it's the power. It's the when people use the drugs to sort of take
oh,
over
like
people a little
kidnap
bit.
you and
You
like
know what I
fuck
mean?
with you.
Yeah,
I
and,
get you.
so, uh
Like when they had Mandy on her knees and he was standing there like
oh,
naked.
well, they put the liquid acid right in her eyeballs, and, like,
Yeah.
yeah, that shit was crazy. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but
Yeah.
this movie this movie is like I mean, anyway, it's really good. I love the I really can't express how much I love this writer and director if these are his first 2 movies. Like, I will be there for every one of his movies. Like, I
What else has
will
he
for the
done?
rest of my life. This is it. These 2
This is it.
movies.
Only these two.
Only these 2,
Damn.
right? And he's got 2 sort of in pre-production that he's been working on for a while. So, we'll see. But
Nicolas
it's
Cage was phenomenal in this, man. And honestly, I also
on
want
a
to shout out
$6 million budget, dude. $6 million. $6 million.
I s-
He made a
when I
beautiful, stylized movie. It's
it was
just
perfect. I mean,
amazing.
for the way he shot, he used the camera strategically when they're going through the tunnels, the flicker lights when the horn would come out with the green. Um like you knew, like us when we're watching it, someone like us, we're like, "Oh, that's so simple." But other people might watch it and be like, "Damn, this is like a $40 million movie." But I'm looking at some of the stuff that they did, and it was just done the right way every single time. Um,
Yeah.
I
Well,
really
I mean,
appreciated the
he
cinematography for sure. I mean, it was
he
top notch.
captures something in his movies. You mentioned this to me personally about Midsommar and the, mushroom scenes in Midsommar and, like, how
Yeah.
realistic they were, right?
Oh
Well,
man.
like, there's a scene early in Mandy when you're just getting to know Red and Mandy, and they're hanging out, and they're, like, laying on their bed, and it's, like, one of the first times that the colors sort of really start to, like, morph, and they start to, like, change when they're talking, and it has this effect that I mean, this movie
It's good.
feels like you're on drugs. I mean, it's amazing, like, it's he did something very special, and, like, it combined with the great synth score by I've got his name right here, he passed away, but it's just amazing. It's really something special and not just a horror movie. You do get all these great kills and bloody stuff and all that, and that's great, it's fun, but like you said, that's not exactly what is at the heart of Mandy. You know, there's a lot more,
No.
like, at the heart, for sure. Um,
I loved so much of it. I
Johan
mean,
Johansson is the composer, and he died in
okay.
2018, so basically right after the movie premiered,
Damn.
he
He died
passed
that
away.
year.
This
Yeah.
was the last finalized score that he did of and he did a lot. He did a lot of your boy Denis Villeneuve. He did Prisoners, Sicario, Arrival, Blade Runner
Wow.
2049.
Arrival score was fucking powerful. I when I was researching Mandy, what I thought was really incredible were there is a hard split on reviews. It's like if you didn't like it, it got a 3 or a 4. and if you liked it, it got a 9 or a 10. Like, I didn't see 8, 7s, and if I did, very few far in between. I mostly saw 9, 10, 10, 9, 9, 10, and
For
then you
me
get
personally,
down.
this would be a 9 or a 10. For me
Right.
personally, like, I understand this has a 6.5 on IMDb,
But
and
that's why,
I
because
think
it's
it
like,
should be higher. I think it should be high. I wonder sometimes, is it because people heard so much hype for this movie and didn't like, I don't know. I didn't read any of the reviews for it, honestly, so I don't know. I'd wonder, like, are they just not horror fans? Did they not like? Because if you're a horror
I think
fan,
people didn't get it. Because it's not plot driven. And I feel like some people watch movies and they try to understand what's happening behind the camera, and like where their mind as a creator, as a director, as an actor is trying to go. And for this one, that's exactly when the light, like you said, like in the beginning, when they're introducing Mandy and Nicolas Cage, who's, I want to say his character's name, it's Red
Red
Miller.
Miller, yeah.
So when they're introducing Mandy and Red, it's like it's like you said, he uses red for love and emotion, and it starts changing. And it's like when I saw that in the beginning, I was like, oh wow, this is different. And then you get the hippies and he pulls out the horn, after he sees
The horn
Mandy, and
of
it's,
Abraxas or
yeah, and
Abraxas,
it's like
yeah.
flickering. And I I thought it was good. I honestly, like, just like you said, like, I get it now. I do kind of got a cheat code with you, but I've had this my entire life. Like, and I think that's why we're even doing this podcast. My entire life, Jacob would be like, "Have you seen this movie?" Because I'd be telling him about movies I like, and I'd be like, "Nah, I've never seen that." Man, you really got to go see that movie, man. Check that movie out. And then I'd go see it, and my whole fucking face would melt off, and like my whole mind would explode. And I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, that shit was crazy. So, and that's exactly
Yeah,
what's happening to this day at age 35. So,
yeah.
you know,
Well, I mean, and I like speaking of, like, this movie and style, and you mentioned faces getting melted off. The
yeah,
scene
fuck.
where he dips his hand into that jar of, like, acid and he doesn't really know what it is, like,
Yeah.
he and they do that, like, the face melts,
Yeah.
and everything change dude,
His eyes get big. He's like,
and this movie has, like, 3 animated scenes in it, I think. They're really
I like
short, they're
those. I
not
thought that
long,
was
but
different.
yeah, and, I mean, it's just got it's dripping with style. This movie,
It
like,
is.
and the director has said in some things he thinks that there aren't, like, a ton of plots, right? Or that, you know, you can have a basic plot, like you said, but it's about the style of it, like,
Emotion. Yeah.
what you're
Like,
doing with it. And, you know, basically, something you may not know, you may find interesting. Let me find the other guy's name here too. Um,
are you
so
talking about
Elijah
Linus
Wood and
Roach?
Daniel Noah,
Oh,
right?
okay.
They were the producers, some of the producers on this film, and they had seen Beyond the Black Rainbow at, like, somewhere in LA. Some little theater played it, and when they got out of this movie, they were like, "Dude, we gotta find this director, like, who is this guy?" Right? And
Yeah.
so they found him and they said, "Dude, we want to, like, help make your next movie." And he came back to him a year later and gave him the script for Mandy,
Oh, wow.
and they started working on trying to get the money for it and doing everything. So, like, I mean,
I didn't know that. That's dope. That's
yeah.
flicking off material right there.
Yeah, because Elijah Wood, he's big into horror. He's in a lot of horror movies. He's done a lot of independent horror movies, and uh, I think it's cool. I think it's fun that, you know, he has all that Lord of the Rings fame, and he's still, I'm sure, got some of that Lord of the Rings money, hopefully,
Oh, yeah,
stashed
dude. He's
away.
still getting Lord of the Rings money, man.
Yeah.
What are we fucking talking
So it's
about?
cool that he can just sort of do the little independent projects and produce movies with people that he really thinks are like, and this is the fucking movie that they made, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Like,
I did wanna bring up one thing, Andrea Riseborough, the girl that
yeah,
plays Mandy
Andrea
Bloom in this movie.
Riseborough, yeah.
Dude, she had a presence in this film that was unmatched. I mean, I don't think any other actress could have pulled off that part the way she did. That look that she would give Nicolas Cage in the scenes that they had together, it was something special. It was almost like she was looking at the only person that ever seen her in her entire life.
Yeah.
And I
She's the
really
perfect, like, vision of, like, a soulmate in a way, you know
dude,
what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
it's not only a perfect version of that, when you're getting into the hippie aesthetic, it's like I almost wanna say I was thinking this when I was watching it. It's like almost all hippie women look the same, right? Like, they got the long, straight hair, they got the same, face structure, I wanna say almost
but she's
too.
not really a hippie, though.
She's not. Yeah.
You know,
The way
she's
that
wearing a
they
Black Sabbath shirt. She's like she's into, yeah.
it's but it just like, she gave this presence, her face was undeniable, her energy was undeniable, and that last scene where he's driving in the car and he's got blood
Yes,
all over his
and
face,
he's seeing Mandy.
and he's
Yeah.
seeing Mandy in the driver's seat, and she's just looking at him like, "Thank you." She's looking at him like, "You did all that for me?" Like, dude, I got emotional, man. Like, it was seeing her do that even in the beginning and then showing up at the end later because she was only in the movie, I wanna say, like, the first hour, right? And then maybe 45 minutes, I'm not exactly sure on the timestamp, but her performance was through the fucking roof. I mean,
Yeah.
and I had never seen her before. I think this is my first time, unless I'm forgetting a movie that she's
No,
been
you
in.
you've probably seen her, like, I've seen her in some stuff, like, she was in that sci-fi movie with Tom Cruise, Oblivion. Um,
Oh, was she? I
yeah.
like the yeah, that's her. Yeah, you're right. Oh, man,
Um
Oblivion, that was a good
She was
movie.
also in Birdman, this other horror movie I like called Possessor. Uh, I like
I hated
Birdman.
Birdman.
Oh, I love
Uh,
Birdman.
why you like Birdman? People don't even like the rapper Birdman. Why would they like the movie Birdman?
Well, for one, Michael Keaton's performance is amazing.
I
It's
remember
just
I
I
gotta give it
love
another
Birdman.
watch. I don't even remember
Yeah.
the
Well, maybe
plot or
it'll come up
anything.
one day and I'll make you watch it because I love freaking Birdman.
Birdman, I remember watching it on CQ, like, years ago, like, when I was, like, on 24-hour duty in the military, like, and I put it on, and I didn't get it at the time. I don't think, I gave it a real wholesome chance. But, yeah, no, I just wanted to shout out Mandy Bloom, man, or, Andrea Riseborough. She's
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal in this motherfucker.
Okay, so I know you wanted to talk about Nick Cage some. So I think one
Dude,
thing to preface talking about Nick Cage, when they came to Nick Cage about this movie, they wanted him to play Jeremiah Sand. They wanted him to play the cult leader,
oh,
right?
that'd be fucking
And
cool.
they gave him the script and Nick read it and he came back and he said, I want to be Red. And apparently it took a little bit of convincing, but like, because they were thinking somebody a little bit younger, you know what I mean? Like, for the Red character, but Nick was like, "No, I wanna do Red." And how do you say no to Nick Cage,
You
right?
can't say no to Nicolas Cage, dude. That's what when you said that fucking 2 seconds ago, I'm like, "You can't say no." Like, what? Like,
Yeah,
especially you said this is his 2nd movie, he hasn't made anything else. Like, I feel like up and coming directors and this guy sounds like he's in a position where Elijah Wood found him, like, it's not like he's in a position of power right now, like,
yeah,
it's just fans of the movie were actual people in the industry, they reached out to him. Now they're on the second movie. You get a name like, dude, Nicolas Cage isn't just an actor. People go watch the movie just because he's fucking in it. I mean,
Yeah.
they made a whole movie about him. Just him.
Yeah. Well,
Fucking
okay, so you
with
said at the
Pedro Pascal.
you said at the beginning he was on God mode, and was this the craziest Nick Cage performance? I mean, it's up there, dude. It's gotta
Uh,
be.
I
It's
was thinking
gotta
Con
be.
Air second, Mandy
No,
first.
Con Air is not even that crazy. Like, I don't know.
That's what I
Like,
mean. But what Nicolas Cage have you seen that did that?
no,
Like,
I mean nothing as like consistently where he just
yes, that's what I'm saying.
it's
Like,
just building and building and building. Yes,
I think that's
I
another you bringing up Nicholas wanting to do it, to me that says this is something I've never done before. And I think
yeah,
that's what intrigued Nicholas about doing it maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know
yeah.
Nicholas, so
But I think it brings me back to the writer and director. I'm gonna keep saying his name so people remember Panos Cosmatos. His father
Panos
actually
Cosmatos.
was a director, right? George P. Cosmatos, and he worked on some famous freaking movies, man, like Leviathan, Rambo 2, Tombstone, right? And Panos actually has a credit on Tombstone for running a camera on like a second unit or
Really?
something like that. Yeah.
Dude, I
That's
fucking
how he
love
funded his
Tombstone.
first movie, was he had a little bit of a paycheck from Tombstone that he used that money for that. But anyway, like his father, was a director, but his father passed away in 2005 before he ever even made a movie. And, I listened to a podcast that Elijah Wood did with this director, and he got really personal on it. People should go and check it out. It's on YouTube. It's called Visitations. And
We'll put it
like
at the description. We'll put it in the
he was
description for sure.
he was just in a dark place. Like, and with his father, and he lost his mother, and so he had lost both of his parents, and he was approaching like 40 years old and had never really accomplished some of the things he wanted to accomplish, and was, basically it came down to, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make this movie. And like when he made that movie, he was like, all right, well, I did it. I made my movie, until Elijah Wood came along and contacted him. He said he
Like, bro,
never
you're
knew
making
whether
another
there
one.
would be another movie. And like, so this movie and his first movie, he said both these movies came from like a very personal place of grief, and working through his grief about his parents. And like when they were talking about horror movies and other movies, like it was a theme that just kept coming up as grief. And like that really is what Nicolas Cage's character is going through the whole time,
Yeah.
is just grief. And so he just goes 10,000% Nick Cage mode.
Dude,
Um,
that
and
fucking scene where he escapes the chains and he goes
yeah.
into the bathroom and he's chugging vodka and he's screaming and he's pacing. Dude, I think
Oh yeah, he's got
almost
barbed wire around his wrist,
yeah,
dude. It's not chains, it's like barbed wire.
yeah.
Yeah, they've got him. Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, when he's doing that scene, and I only watched it once for the listeners, that my broke ass had to watch this shit on Pluto. So I'm like
It
waiting
happens.
on yeah. But I'm watching that scene and I rewinded it a couple of times cuz it's like, dude, I think 70% of humans have been there. Like
Yeah.
have gotten to that point, whether it be grief, whether it be heartbreak, whether it be financial strain, and you're in that mode, whether you're expressing it or not. But Nicholas murders that fucking scene. The way he screams in primal mode in his fucking underwear. The way, and
It
like,
felt like
I want to
another director would have cut that scene up, and he doesn't. He just
know.
boom, here's the scene. this is Nick being Nick. Like, it's great, dude.
I almost wonder because the way
And
he
that
would drink,
wallpaper is insane, dude. I
dude,
love it.
the cinematography on that of that scene was phenomenal. It gave me like this because they're in the hippies' house, so it's like got this hippie vibe, the 70s, like
No, that's actually Nick
rhyming.
Cage's house. That's their house. Cause yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's the cabin in the woods. That's right.
yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. The colors were beautiful, but when he's drinking out of the bottle, I wanted to know, and I couldn't find it
Is
out.
it real vodka?
Is it
Yeah,
real vodka? Because
yeah.
he actually like if it
Dude,
wasn't real
if it
vodka,
was, he drank a lot of it, dude.
right. But if it
It
wasn't, then dude, we got to start putting Nicolas Cage up into the, upper echelon of actors cuz that's phenomenal acting if it
well,
wasn't
dude,
real.
I mean, in my mind, he is. I know people love to, like, hate on Nicolas Cage sometimes, but he chooses to do crazy things,
Right.
and, like and people hire him to do that, like, that's why he does a role like this and nails it out of the park is 'cause, you know, he loves stuff like this. He wants to act hard, like, he doesn't want to,
Yeah.
like
And he does. He does act hard in this one. Like,
yeah,
I mean, dude, I don't think I've ever seen him in fight scenes like that, where it's like one boss after the another. Like
yeah.
it was almost like he was this fucking video game character and he does it so well, man. Like, I mean, dude, when
This
he
movie has a whole fantasy quality to it, I think that runs throughout because Mandy is reading a fantasy novel. At the end, when Red's driving the car and the camera pans out wide, you can see
it's
it's
the
almost like a
universe.
sci-fi landscape. It's a
I thought that
different
was a nod to the science book that they mentioned in the dialogue in the beginning, where he's like, "What book did you read today?" And she said, "The one about the planets." And then when it zooms
yeah,
out, there's planets everywhere, and I thought, I don't know, but that's
yeah.
where my brain went. But fucking
But, him forging the axe, the beast or
oh
whatever
yeah,
is what they
that was a
called
cool
it.
little
Yeah,
montage, yeah.
it's just got, like,
And then
these
finding it,
very fantasy elements to it, you
I
know?
loved how, like, when he forged the axe, but then he gets kidnapped, and then he kills that first biker, and he kills the second one watching the porn, and then he finds the
Yes.
axe in the cupboard. He just, like
Yes,
he's, like,
and he
finding all
finds
his
his
shit.
bow, he's walking all
Yeah,
around and finding all of his
all
crossbow.
his shit.
Yeah, dude.
That was a good fuck like, I loved I love shit like that in movies where it's like, we're not just watching him do what we all know he's about to do. He's like, "All right, I need my shit." Like, he's slowly building up to, "All right." And then, like, the way that they had those bikers where one's fucking with him, and he's like, "That's my favorite fucking shirt."
Yeah, yeah.
Murders him. Fucking then the second one, he's, like, doing blow and watching porn, murders him, little cool fight scene. Then he finds all his shit. He does the
Yeah,
scene, and then he goes outside and fights the other biker, and he's,
yeah,
like, taunting him. It just was that was cool shit, man.
yeah.
The pacing of it for me was beautiful, like, for sure. And I'm not a big horror guy, not a big horror guy.
Alright, so because for time's sake, again, this is another one. Maybe I couldn't talk about it as much as Donnie Darko, but I could talk a lot about this movie, and I'm
Right.
never gonna get to it all, but we've gotta talk about the cult, right? The
Okay.
Children of the New Dawn, which is interesting. We'll just mention, like, it's another stylized thing. In the beginning, you have these, like, chapter sort of things. You have the Shadow Mountains in, like, a stylized text, and then you get to a part that says Children of the New Dawn, and that's when we meet the cult, Jeremiah Sand, played by Linus Roach, and his followers, Brother Swan, you mentioned, I think Ned Dennehy is his name, and like, okay, for one, this actor killed it, right? he did a really good job.
The cult
I'm real
leader. Rose.
Yes. Yes. I'm so glad that they did not, find somebody else for Red and have that be Nicolas Cage. I'm glad this movie is the way that it is. I think
You
this
don't think Nicolas
actor
Cage would have made a good cult leader?
No, I think he would've done great. I think he would've killed it. I think he would've
Just
been
wouldn't have been as
good.
good.
I think the movie would still be good potentially depending on who Red was and how they did, but I like the idea of using sometimes somebody like Nick Cage can take you out of the realism of the cultish aspects of it, you know what I mean? And, like, having this actor just made it feel really real to me, right? I I didn't realize until I looked him up that I had seen this guy in other stuff, some pretty big stuff, but, like, he sort of does a good job of, like, looking different for this. The hair really throws it off, Like
Dude, that fucking scene where they kidnap Mandy and
yeah,
he gets naked and
yeah,
he starts, like, talking to her. I get what you mean by when you were saying this is the type of shit that creeps me out, that's the type of shit that creeps me out. Is like,
yeah,
I just was like, "What are you gonna do? You're gonna, like, make her do stuff to you?" Like, I was just like,
yeah,
"Ugh," like, fucking
yeah. I
ugh,
mean,
god damn, like, fuck, and they're all
ap
watching. They're all, like, sitting
apparently
around his
in the
crazy
script,
ass.
they were supposed to, like, film him actually masturbating for that scene, and
Ugh.
he came to the director and was like, I don't feel comfortable with this," and the director was like, "No problem, we'll take it out," and he's
Oh,
like,
wow.
"Boom, it's gone," and,
Solid move for sure.
then he thought, like he said so there wasn't gonna be any nudity at all, right? Because he cut it all out. And then he said he actually thought about it more and said he got inspired by Margot Robbie in The Wolf of Wall Street, the actor did, and was like, "Okay, she did these nude scenes." He's like, "I'm probably never gonna do this again," right? Like, so he went back to Panos and said, "No, let's do a nude scene." But just not film the masturbation part of it. And there is, like, the mock sort of masturbation, like, as she starts laughing, he does,
Yeah,
like, but you don't see it, right?
right.
But I thought that was a crazy choice for the actor because he's like, "I'm probably never gonna
Why
get a
would
chance
Margot
to do
Robbie,
this
like, what
again."
I don't understand, he must have had a crush on her or something, I don't
No,
understand
maybe
this.
well, who doesn't have a crush on
Yeah,
Margot
right.
Robbie? But,
Fucking
I
shit.
mean, but it's I think it was more about probably an interview or something he saw of, like, her, like, I'm sure
That's a cool thing to hear because I remember when that came out, everyone knew she was gonna be nude for the film before it even hit theaters. It's like it, like, leaked somehow, I forget, but, like, folks were talking about it, and I remember thinking, like, I was in the Army when this movie came out, and I was just like, "That's gotta be a hard decision for her on a Scorsese film."
yeah,
Like, everyone that and, like, I mean, if you walk around that beautiful, you get this attention every single day. I feel like it's almost like a curse sometimes maybe for
yeah,
them, but bold.
but so he does it for Mandy, and it's effective. It works, like,
I hated
it's
that scene.
yeah, I mean, and I
It's
think it's supposed to creep you out, like I said, like, this idea of, like, he's basically trying to indoctrinate her into his cult, and we've gotten a creepy sense of this guy just when he sees her on the road. Talk about another piece of style in this movie. When he drives past her on the road, he's laying on the bed thinking about it, and they flash at some point, I think it's when he's laying on the bed, they flash of him thinking about driving by Mandy, and it sort of plays part of that scene over again, but the frame sort of, like, does these 3 sort of motions and then stops with Mandy's face, like, up in the top right corner of the frame and just sort of pauses there for a second before it switches to the next scene, and, like, I thought, "Wow, that's almost like what it is like having a memory of something like that."
Wow,
Like,
no, yeah.
somebody you just drove by really quickly, that's sort of what it is, like, you get 3 flashes maybe of, like, them in those places, and I thought, "Wow, like,
Brilliant.
this director is really trying to, like, get you where he sees it, like, this is exactly how I see it," like, and that yeah, not many people do it on the level that he does it, and apparently he's very, like, humble about it, like, he sort of thinks that it's, like, a joke the audience is playing on him that people really like this movie, because his first movie was not very well received at all, and, like, I he basically says, like, he doesn't care what people think about the movies that he makes. He makes them for him, and he's like, "My friends." He was like, "I wanna see them, and I wanna show them to my friends, like, look at this thing that I did," like
Dude, that's how some of the greatest stuff gets made. I mean, people don't realize that. That's like a true artist, not
yeah,
caring, not he's not making it for anyone else but himself. And that
yeah.
there is the true secret in all art. Because if you're doing it for yourself, it's gonna be it's gonna be what you wanted and what you thought of in your head every single time. You're not skewing your vision to please a certain crowd. You bringing up the memory scene, I really enjoyed the way he had a mystery about everything to the point where I was getting frustrated. I remember I was frustrated right up in like when I saw the biker guys pull up when he pulls out the horn and he blows it and then the demons or whatever show up. I'm like, what the fuck is this, Jacob? I'm like, now I'm cursing my cousin. I'm cursing the director. I'm like, what the
I'm
fuck is
so
this?
glad to hear that because I was like, at some point, Mark's gonna be like,
I'm
"What
like,
the
what the
fuck is
fuck,
this
right?
movie that he picked?" Right? So I'm
Right.
glad that at least at some point you were like, "What
But
the fuck is this?"
another nod to this director because the scene where he leaves the cabin and he goes to Carruthers' uh
Yes.
camper, and the
Yes.
Carruthers is played by Bill Duke. And
Yes.
if you don't know Bill Duke, I mean, I don't know how you've been watching movies since the 90s if you have been and you don't know who this guy is. I think a big one is
Predator, that's all I gotta say for
Predator.
me.
He was in the Players Club. But yeah, I mean, he's just even if we're not gonna sit here and go over Bill Duke, but that scene where he goes into the trailer and he explains the story. He said word around the waves are that, there were these couriers that were moving drugs for this cult, and then they pissed the cult off and they gave them a bad batch and they
Yeah.
turned into the now
The Black
when
Skulls is what these guys are called.
when he when that scene happens and Duke gives those lines, I immediately all the anger and frustration left my body because I was like, all right, I like that.
I like
Now I
yeah.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I fucking know.
Yeah.
Because some directors will, in a lot of these types of movies,
Yeah.
leave it a
Oh,
mystery
yeah.
and leave
Yeah,
it
yeah.
up for interpretation. And I can't fucking stand that shit. So
I don't
I want to see
mind
your
it, and
whole
I think
vision.
there's enough ambiguity around these characters. There's still enough mystery, but it does need that. It needs that, and it's really cool that it has that. Like,
I loved it. And I loved
I
and
it, you don't want to know another little cool detail about that scene that I don't know if I had like maybe I'd picked up on it and just didn't remember. Okay, so Mandy is being drugged by the cult, right? And when
Mhm.
she's being drugged she says to the leader, like, what does she say? Like, "The Reaper will come for you," or something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And then when he goes to see Bill Duke, Carruthers, he was like, "Man, I need the Reaper." That was the first thing
Oh,
he
yeah,
said. That
yeah.
was the name of his crossbow.
Oh, yeah, that
And
makes sense.
and I thought, "Oh, that's cool. That's
That ma
cool, because the
Another
Reaper
cool
will be
thing,
coming."
since we're talking about cool little nods in the film, he wears a shirt, Nicolas Cage's character, that has a tiger on it. And
Mhm.
I remember thinking in the middle of the film, like, why has he got this Ed Hardy shit on right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is this shit? Like, what's up with the
It's
tiger? It's got
1983, Ed Hardy
right.
didn't even exist.
I was like, what a horrible selection for a fucking shirt. Like, no man that works in the woods cutting wood is wearing a fucking shirt with a fucking silly tiger on it. I was like, know your character, Panos. But then he gets to that scene where he goes into the lab and there's a tiger in the cage. And when I saw the tiger, I was like, I love shit like that. I
Yeah,
love shit. It's like little clues, little nuggets leading you up to the, oh, that's why. Okay, I like
yeah.
that. There was a lot of that in this film. There was, for
It's
me at least.
It's funny you bring that up because that's like a good segue into talking about the chemist, Richard Brake or Link. Like he's only in one scene in this movie, but it's perfect, right? Because
Right.
we
It
get to
was
meet
creepy.
the chemist who's producing all this LSD. And like when they come up on him, dude, he's dipping the sheets in the liquid LSD with this bare ass thing. I was
I
just
know.
like, this dude is a madman, right? So I knew right away like what
Oh
we're in
shit.
for, right? Like this guy is on
I mean, he's
another
got a
level.
fucking tiger in a 6x6 cage. Like,
Well,
what?
speaking of that, right? It was originally written as a lizard, right? That's why the thing is called Lizzie. The tiger's name was Lizzie because it was written as a lizard. Well,
I'm so glad
uh,
they changed
Richard
that.
Brake said he showed up for set that day, right? To do the scene. And Panos goes, "Oh yeah, hey, it's not gonna be a lizard, it's a tiger now." Like,
But
like,
I would wonder what the logistics of that cost and like how these plans are made. Cause you show up on set, you see the lizard, you're like, no, it's not working. Let's get a tiger. Like, who calls who? Like,
dude,
who's delivering the tiger? How does this work? You know? Cause that
talking
tiger,
about style, at the end of that scene, you see the tiger, like, and the moon, like, after the tiger is let
yeah,
loose, there's a shot of the tiger and it's just insane.
it's
It's
an
like, dude,
insane part of the
this guy.
movie for sure. Like,
Okay, so there's something that happens in this chemist lab that, again, we didn't. Maybe we'll get back to the cult. We can mix this in with it a little bit. Where, okay, Nick Cage is coming to confront him. He sees Nick Cage is covered in blood, right? He's got
yeah,
weapons. And he looks at him and he says, "Oh, they wronged you, brother." Like, he knows that this guy is on a revenge spree and he probably knows who he's after. But then he proceeds to have a whole conversation almost like he's psychic, right? Like he's
right.
reading Red's mind. And like that's like it's on another level because it's like, to me, this is how I see it.
His
It's like
tone was creepy.
insinuating that he's done so much acid that he has achieved
Figured out time
telekinesis.
travel.
Like, no,
Oh,
achieve, like,
telekinesis. Fuck.
telekinesis, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I
it's
get you.
crazy, dude, it's crazy, like, it blows my mind, right? So, you're talking about the horn and the bikers, and I was talking about how this movie has all these fantasy elements throughout. It is sort of like it's like if you took, like, you know, a a twisted, like, drug revenge fantasy and, like, put it through this, like, metal lens, it's just it's really crazy, like,
It's a
I think.
crazy mixture. It's like how we were talking about what's kinda like our favorite genres of music one time. Remember we had a conversation, and I was explaining to you, I really like that rap with, like, metal, like, just the
Yeah.
metal good it's like it's just a really cool mixture, you know? Um, and dude, the fight scenes, That's what some of the best fucking fight scenes, like, and it was one after another. And look, this movie it's got some comedy in it.
Yes, it's
My
meant to
favorite,
be funny in
yeah,
parts,
my
for
favorite
sure.
part, the part that had me in the
It
fucking
better be
coffin.
what I think it is.
The
It
part that
better.
had me in the fucking coffin was when he finally gets to the cult leader and that old woman that dropped the acid in Mandy's eye in the beginning is
Yes,
laying
I
on
don't
the
know how to
chair.
pronounce the actress's name, but
It's
she's
Alwyn Fior?
What these
we'll go
Alwyn?
with
idiots
that.
meant to
Yeah.
say was
But
She
she
Alwyn
is great
try.
too.
She's
She's
from
Fuere.
really
Virginia. She
great.
was great.
Honestly,
She was really
do
creepy, but
try and keep up.
she sees him and knows like her time's up. So she
Yeah.
starts like, "Oh, uh Brother Swan always said like I'm the most sensual lover," and she's like rubbing all over him, insinuating that, "Hey, look, don't kill me and I'll fuck your
Yeah.
brains out." And the whole time Nicolas Cage is like, "You dumb bitch." Like he's got this look in his eyes like, "Nah, bitch, like you're about to get it." But they don't show anything. They cut to the cult leader
Yes.
in this crazy room and he's like on the wall and he's like, "Don't come in here. God's in this room." And he just throws her fucking head at his feet. And he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
I died at that fucking part, man. I was like, yo, that is epic. The way that they
Yeah.
did that, because I was
It's
waiting to
a
see her
really
get.
real reaction. Like
Wow.
it's like
He's
he
like,
came out
"Oh."
of character. It's hilarious, dude.
And dude, I mean, and I will say the one part where I felt like it was 6 million was when he squeezes his head. But even that part was done well.
Dude, the life cast of his head in the making of, they showed it. It looked really good. They
It
did a
does.
really good job to
It
make this
did.
thing that he would be able to crush. Like, it's
It was
insane.
fucking cool. I mean, like when I looked at the budget, I was blown away. Really. Like, I mean, blown the fuck away. Cause I always, ever since episode 6, I always try and guess the budget just to see, like, I don't know, I develop a new skill. Who knows?
While
Just
we're on
fucking
the
watch.
budget, I gotta throw this out there. It only made 1.7 at the box office, right? But
Well,
it
you said
didn't
it
have a
was,
wide release. It was
yeah.
only in select places and did like what I came to see. This is one movie where I did look it up, and it's estimated that it made 7 to 10 million selling the rights to like VOD streaming, Blu-ray sales, all the other
Pluto.
ancillaries combined. So it made its money back. They were able to pay the people who financed this movie. Um, so while on paper it doesn't look great, it really was a pretty good success and it achieved what he wanted. His whole goal was, he said, when he makes a movie, he wants to create like an artifact, like a pop culture artifact that exists forever. And Mandy will, like, this movie will not be forgotten. Like, it will be remembered just because he made it so well. It's really good.
I mean,
I
it's just
gotta.
like,
Oh, go ahead.
it's just like you said. I mean, he was, when you're in the art for yourself, like, when I was making music, like, I didn't really do it to be seen or like make millions of dollars. Like I was doing it because it was like a therapeutic release. Like it's all this shit that I bottle up inside myself. I can finally let go of. I felt that with this film. I haven't seen the other one, but I felt like he was
I don't
pouring
think you'd
some.
like the other one. I really don't.
I'll check
But
it out, but I felt like he was pouring something out onto this film, something from deep inside himself, and I think that's what every fucking director should be trying to do. We don't want to see what's been done. We want to see what's inside. Like I want to like give me something of you. And
yeah.
that's why there are hella successful musicians and there's a bunch of failed musicians. I mean, I think that's the line right there is the creative pull from within your own soul. But
So
one more thing you wanted to get into before we get
yeah,
into this motherfucking
I
horse
want to
movie.
tell you my funniest part, and then I got to look over my notes and just make sure I'm not leaving out anything.
Okay.
My funniest part of this
Okay.
movie,
Well,
and when this was in the theater, people lost it, was the Cheddar Goblin scene. You
Oh,
can't
fuck yeah.
not mention the Cheddar Goblin. The Cheddar Goblin,
Yo,
it's like a fake
Goblin
version
Goblin.
of Kraft mac and cheese called
You'll be
Cheddar
gobbling and
Goblin.
gobbling.
Oh my god, dude, the Cheddar Goblin. It's people
How
gotta
did I
watch
not
the
for-
Cheddar
How did I
Goblin,
fucking
man.
forget about the Cheddar Goblin, dog?
The Cheddar Goblin, dude. There's a couple of deleted and extended scenes on the Blu-ray, and there's an extended version of the Cheddar Goblin. It's hilarious,
Dude, when the Goblin throws up all over the kids and the fucking shit, I was like, what the fuck is this?
dude. It's kind of how commercials were in the 80s and 90s. Like, it's funny,
Jacob.
dude.
They did not have goblins
I
throwing
know.
up on children in
I
a
know,
fucking
but it's
commercial.
close.
Jacob,
Come on,
please
man.
stop. Like,
It's close. Okay, so let me just see okay, here's something I gotta mention, right? Okay, so we mentioned the Shadow Mountains and Children of the Dawn, New Dawn. At an hour and 15 minutes into this film, you get the title of the film in heavy metal letters. Mandy. Like,
Mandy.
an hour and 15 minutes into the movie.
Well, no, look, he had like
Dude,
chapters. It was like chapters.
I know, but dude, that's cool. That's cool. Okay,
no,
so I had to mention
so fucking
that.
metal right there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I like the graphic that they used. I think you used it in the thumbnail, but the way that it like the veins grew out to where like you didn't even see Mandy anymore. It was just like this veiny fungus that just took over the screen. That was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I think I pretty much covered everything that I really felt like I had to say. I'm sure there'll be something
Sweet,
I'll
yeah.
remember later
I mean,
on. But
look, I just want to say for the listeners, like this is what makes this show so great. Okay, this was Jacob's link, and he links it to a character that was in the last movie for like 1 second, and the fact that your brain went straight to this movie, I love, because we're literally going from we don't know what the fuck Western love story, like we don't know, to we don't know. We don't know. So we are fucking building a sick
speaking
fucking
of,
catalog.
you gotta hook a brother up with your next pick.
Oh yeah, that's dude. Man, I've been just like you were saying before we started recording.
I know.
I'm so fucking busy, dude. Like it's not even fucking funny.
It's cool.
But
it's that time, brother.
It is that fucking time. It's time for that motherfucking hype train. And I got a game. Do you want to play a game with me, Jake?
Okay.
I have a game I want to play with you because I can't fucking decide, bro.
Okay.
I got one with Nicolas Cage that's coming out that I'm pretty excited to see. I think you thought I was making a joke last episode when I mentioned it, but I wasn't. And I got one that I saw when I went to go see Begonia.
Okay.
Which, let me fucking tell, like, dog.
Okay, no spoilers. No spoilers.
Bro, listen, y'all, everyone out there. I know there's going to be people that's going to go and see Begonia and be like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? But I sincerely, and I mean this from my heart, I want those people to shut the fuck up. I want you to shut the fuck up, and I want you to shut the fuck up for a while, because that movie was fucking perfect, and it had me guessing the entire fucking time, and then it hits you with this fucking crazy shit.
Don't say anything. Don't say
anything. That's all I'm gonna say. But I saw a preview when I went to go see Begonia.
Yeah.
And it got me really, really fucking excited.
Well, if it got you that excited.
God, I mean, so look, I'm going to let you choose. Nicolas Cage or the one I saw at Begonia, and I'll go into it.
Dude, it's called The Hype Train, and I'm feeling the hype, man. You sound hyped for that second one that you just saw. So I think we should go with that. You want me to start it off so you can do a little
please
research?
Please start it off, because I pulled it up, but start it off.
I got an honorable mention or two here for my hype train, which is, I mentioned it before, but Panos Cosmatos has a couple of movies in pre-production. One's called Necrocosm, and the other one is called Flesh of the Gods, which looks like that's the one that'll probably get made first. And it's a vampire movie with I can't believe I didn't write it down, but like Oscar Isaac is in it. It's gonna have some other people. They haven't started shooting, but there's a couple people attached. But they're so far off. Like I said, they haven't been shot yet that I didn't want to actually use them for my hype train. But look them up, people. Now to the actual hype train. Dust Bunny. Okay, this movie releases December 12th, so not too far off. The IMDb plot: an 8-year-old girl asks her scheming neighbor for help in killing the monster under her bed that she thinks ate her family. Okay, cast: Mads Mikkelsen. Okay, Sigourney Weaver, David Dasmalchian, however you say his name. I love that guy.
Deadmau 5? What did you say?
David Dasmalchian. I don't know exactly how you pronounce.
Dasmalchian?
Yeah, I love that guy. You'll recognize him if you pulled him up. And Sophie Sloane. So Mads Mikkelsen, I love him, but he ends up in some movies that aren't that great. I'm hoping this will be the exception. The trailer, the fantasy aspects of this trailer sort of are what drew me in. It's got a look to it. It's written and directed by Brian Fuller, so I like people who write and direct their movies, and this is his debut, his feature debut. So sort of
Sounds
had me a
good.
little like, looks good. I mean, if in your debut, he's worked on some other, writing and producing gigs on some big TV stuff like Hannibal and some of the Star Trek stuff. So, but to get Mads Mikkelsen and Sigourney Weaver for your first movie must be pretty good. Somebody's behind something. So that's got me hyped. Dust Bunny, December 12th, people. Go check it out. What
Dust
do you
Bunny,
got?
December 12th. That motherfucking hype train. Bow, 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 bow. Well, look, I went to go see Begonia, and this trailer came out. And the first thing it says is the executive producer's name. And if you don't know this guy's name, I want you to stop watching the show. Okay? I want you to stop watching the show. I want you to forget me and Jacob ever exist. And no, I mean this. This executive producer is Martin Scorsese. And Martin Scorsese, the last thing he did, I want to say, was that long-ass movie on Netflix, The Irishman, which I loved. I thought it was really good. A lot
I
of
think
brilliant
he
performances.
did
in it.
one since then. At
Has
least.
he? What's it called?
I'd have to look it up, but man,
Yeah,
yeah.
all right,
he did
we'll
one.
get to that
What
in
these
another
idiots
discussion.
meant to
But
say was Killers of the
Scorsese's not
Flower
directing
Moon.
it.
That
I
was
thought he
actually
was, but he's the
Scorsese's
executive
latest film.
producer. It's
Not whatever
actually
jumble
going to
just
be
came out
directed
of their
by
mouths.
Lynn Ramsey, and it's starring Jennifer Lawrence and
Okay.
Robert Pattinson.
Ooh, okay.
And
It's a combo.
dude, yeah, right. When I saw that,
It's
I
a
was like,
combo.
I gotta go see this. But it's called Die My Love. Quick synopsis: it's a dark comedy, psychological drama, psychological thriller, drama thriller, whatever the fuck you want to say.
Oh, I have
And
seen this trailer.
it says Grace, a writer and a young mother, is slowly slipping into madness, locked away in an old house in and around Montana. We see her acting increasingly agitated and erratic, leaving her companion, Jackson, increasingly worried and helpless. Now, that doesn't
And
even
it's a
do it any
period
justice.
piece, right? Isn't it like set in the 50s or something?
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and we're gonna leave it in the comments. It's releasing November 7th, or shit, it's releasing in 3 days. So fuck, it's already gonna be out by the
It'll
time.
be out, guys.
Fuck.
Hey, look.
I didn't look.
It just came. No, that's okay. It just came out, guys. It's been out 2 days.
It just came out.
Go
But
give this movie some love. 3 days.
The trailer looks fucking insane. And
yeah.
damn, I guess I should have known since it's got a fucking rating
and
on
I can't
IMDb
remember.
right
I
here.
don't. I'm just going off a memory from a couple months ago when I saw the trailer. I can't remember if it's set in the 50s or not. I thought you might know, so
I don't know. Like I
yeah.
said, when I went to go see Begonia Halloween, I saw it at like 10:15. The movie didn't start till 10:30, and when I say movie, I mean the previews. So the
Yeah.
previews start, and I saw this one, and this was the one out of the million fucking previews I saw. Like, dude, Jennifer Lawrence is doing some crazy shit in the trailer. She's like licking windows. She's on all fours in a skimpy dress. She's walking through a fucking. She's walking through tall grass with a butcher's knife. She gets naked in the woods, and the woods are on fire. And it's just like, dude, if you saw that last movie Jennifer Lawrence was in, where she like is hired by this kid's parents to like take his virginity or be his girlfriend,
no hard
or something.
feelings or something,
right?
Like
no
that.
hard feelings. Like there's a scene in that movie where she's like swimming in the beach naked, and she gets out and she like fights 3 dudes naked on the sand. And I just remember thinking like, dude, what a badass fucking woman, dude. Like to like not just like be nude on camera, but to beat motherfucking men's asses on camera. Like I just thought that was dope. And I've always loved Jennifer
when
Lawrence.
we saw it, my wife was like, this is ridiculous. She was like, this is going to be your first nude scene. It's going to be a nude fight scene. She was like, this is ridiculous.
I loved it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, dude, she's fucking scorching. But yeah, it's called Die My Love, Robert Pattinson, Jennifer Lawrence, director again, Lynn Ramsey, executive producer, Martin Scorsese. Jennifer Lawrence, to me, has this way of just being this crazy bitch. She did it in that movie with, and here I am doing it. It had Amy Adams and, the dude from Silver Linings Playbook, who was
Bradley
also with
Cooper.
Jennifer Lawrence. Bradley Cooper was in this movie with Amy Adams, Jennifer Lawrence, and then it was he played the Dark Knight, Christian Bale. I think it was called Hustler or something like that.
Oh, American Hustle,
something like that. But when she was in that movie, she played this like crazy woman, man, like just a lot of drama. But
Christian
I like her
Bale
roles
is like heavy set in that movie, if it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. He looks like Paul Giamatti in that movie, dude. Fucking. But yeah, that's my hype train, dude. I'm excited for it.
Cool.
I guess I'll give the Nicolas Cage one next episode because I'm also excited for that. But guys, I like this episode. I like this movie. I'm glad Jacob made me watch it. Again, this is Flickin Off. I'm Mark. That's my cousin Jacob. We're coming to you every fucking Monday, 12 a.m., week to week, no matter what. And we're linking this movie to another movie, however the fuck we want. And I mean, it could be anything. It could be like we always say, the catering company, the same director, whether
you could link the tiger, dude. Maybe this tiger's been in other movies, man.
Now that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, dude, like we said, this movie was linked with an actor that was in the fucking film for like a second. So it's your job to guess, and we're putting $100 of this show's money on the line every single episode. And all you got to do, subscribe, like the video that you're commenting on, and comment your guess for the next link, and we will send you $100 however the fuck you want. You want it on a MoneyGram? I'll go to fucking Target and give it to on MoneyGram. I don't care. You want it on fucking, we'll open a Cash App. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're going to figure it out, and we're going to give you $100. But we're also saying this because you're not that smart, and you're just not that smart. But if you do, we want someone to guess it.
But you might get lucky. You might get lucky.
I mean, shit. We want someone to guess it because I want to do so. I got an idea for the next prize. But that's neither here nor there. Check us out on YouTube, guys. Flickin Off. And we're going to be releasing shorts all throughout the week. The shorts do not start, for people that are following us, they're not going to start until Tuesday afternoon. And when I say afternoon, it could be 5:30 or it could be 7:30, but that's when the pan of shorts will roll out until the next episode. I can't do it on Monday. Monday is my fucking take a breath day. I'm not about to fuck that up. But if you are subscribed and you're watching this, I fucking love you. Jacob fucking loves you. And we'll see you next week, guys. Peace.
Peace.